Welcome back to episode 56 of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your hot lineup decisions. Going to start every episode for the next little while going over the daily gift set. So if you didn't watch my video last night, it looks like the daily gift set for today, it changes at 5 p.m. every single day, is a X Factor, a base X Factor card, which is very useful. And again, if you're working towards McDavid, I would definitely do that. If you have no interest in McDavid, no captain, something like that, then I would avoid. But it is a X Factor card, so just wanted to bring that up. And at 5 p.m. today, we'll get the new Week 2 of the Frozen Forces event, and we will get a new daily set for the gift. So just be on the lookout for that. Let's get into today's questions and comments. We'll start with Dr. Love. Sleeves, my dog. It's been nice that I can finally catch you on Twitch lately. Also, you can catch me live on Twitch at 10 in the morning Eastern time. We go over the prior night's NHL games, watching all the replays and everything like that, and then I go live in the afternoon to actually play the game. So if you ever want to hang out, Eastern time, link is down below. My question pertains to the Heatseeker ability. Got lucky with my 16 collectible lady fantasy pack and snagged Megan Keller. Obviously, she is Heatseeker. My questions are related to perfect one-timers from the point in Heatseeker. You've had Parayko for a hot minute, so you're qualified here. Sometimes it activates on goals scored, other times it doesn't. It depends on the release of the shot after the one-timer pass, but I haven't figured out what makes her decide between the Clapper Perfect 1T and the Wrist Shot Perfect 1T, which enables Heatseeker. Luck? Shooting later so she doesn't have time to wind up. Your guess is as good as mine, but I will say if it's a Heatseeker Perfect One-Timer, I'm pretty sure it's relatively more successful than the regular Perfect One-Ts. If she gets the old Brett Hull from one knee, one-timer animation from the Perfect 1T at the point, activating Heatseeker, it's a howitzer. Appreciate what you do on all platforms. I'm too old, and I need your tips to help keep up with the kids. So the Heatseeker, yeah, I don't know if you can constantly trigger it. I'm pretty sure it's either when you're close together with the pass, so it's not a far setup D to D, as well as doing it extremely late. That seems to activate it. Again, Heatseeker shouldn't activate, so you won't see it every time. But I do notice if you do it very late, that would be the way. But either way, it's a great ability in my opinion. You can just wrist shots in from the point. It's crazy, and yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. Just causes havoc, right? So from Madne, he says, "Hey Slaves, lineup question. I just made Supercharged McDavid, but I don't know who I should keep as the captains. He's got Team of the Week Mac, Milestone Gretzky, Fantasy Zetterlund, Eklund Barzal, Rantanen, Middlestad, Barkov, Kucherov, Panarin, Couture, Scheifele, Hughes, Parayko, Game Breaker, Pionk, Makar, Power, Rob Blake, Gorgiev, and Kachekov. Avs fan. Oh, okay. Definitely Kucherov. 100% Kucherov. Would be a keep. You have the 87 though. I'm going to assume if you have the supernatural Kucherov, it's tradable because that'd be crazy odds if you pulled it. But so if it's tradable that you have 87, I would just take the 87 Kucherov B and D back. As far as the second one goes, I've changed my stance a little bit because they give out so many good defensemen that having Heiskanen and Fox at the beginning of the game was an advantage. But now there's so many useful defensemen. The second one is a personal preference. Whoever you enjoy the most. I think I would go Nylander, though. That's what I'm going to do personally. 2 X Factors away from McDavid. My question is, do I re-roll my duplicate Nobels and 2 non-duplicate PWHL X Factor cards? Edit. Re-roll was a choice pack. You're 2 X Factors away. Duplicate Nobels and 2. I would, yes. I would do that because you're not going to work towards a PWHL captain and you can't do anything with Nobels. So, what is the gift today? It is a base X Factor. Lineup question. Hey, Slaves, loving all the content, brother, top tier. I wanted to ask if you have created or would create a tier list for the abilities. Reason I'm asking this because besides one quick draw, I'm having a hard time figuring out what makes sense. Also, how much more impact do gold abilities have over silver ones? Second question. The other day you mentioned you had done a previous video with overall strategy to climb divisions and also a video that breaks down face-off matchups. Can you or anyone link them? So the face-off one is and just search NHL 23 how to do face-offs. You'll be able to find my video pretty easily there. It was one of my better ones, had quite a bit of views. The other video series we're talking about, I think I called it Breaking Plateaus, like in NHL 22. Or maybe it was even earlier than that. It might have been earlier than that because it was, I don't know. And I basically started with, this is how you get out of Division 6. This is how you get out of Division 4, all of that. I would love to do something like that again, to be honest with you. In terms of the abilities, I did an ability tier list with Eki last year. This year, off the top, Quick Draw is fantastic. Shutdown is very good because it activates pretty much anywhere. It's not just off the rush. It's basically the first time you make a defensive play, so that's a hit or a stick check when they've entered the zone. It's very, very, very good. I think Truculence is very good, but it's on a very limited amount of players. In terms of offensive ones, gold 1T on a defenseman's probably overkill. Close quarters has been very good this year. Make it snappy, not so much. It's not nearly as effective. It doesn't activate nearly as much as it did last year. But Quick Draw Quick Draw has really become one of the best. I think because of the cost. Also, elite edges and wheels. If you have I'll use wheels as an example. So gold gives the most amount of a boost to whatever the ability is. Silver is 1/2 of that value. So the easiest way to describe that is gold wheels. So when you carry the puck with a player, they get a 3% debuff to speed. So if they have 99 speed, when they have the puck, they actually have 96 speed, right? And it carries on further and further down, right? When you have gold wheels, they don't get that debuff. Whatever their speed rating is, that is what they have when they have the puck. So when you have the fastest card in the game, Connor McDavid supercharged card, and he has 95 speed, he's the fastest card in the game, and when he has the puck, he is also the fastest player in the game. That's why it's such an advantage. It's ridiculous. Elite Edges allows you... Oh, sorry. The gold is 3. So silvers is 1.5, right? So it's just half. Elite Edges... is very impactful because it makes your cuts. It allows you to keep your speed. You don't stop. It also combines really well with a high agility rating. But those would be the ones. Like Elite Edges, Wheels, Shutdown, Quick Draw, Heatseeker. 1T, but I don't think 1T is necessary just given the state of the game. But those would be the ones I would focus on. With hitting using Circle B, if you hit L1, you will crouch block, but it won't take you completely out of the play. Not for everyone, but I found this helps. So I was talking about this in my last video about struggling using hitting because I'm using total controls, but I use the skill stick to hit. And I found that I just can't get a hit. I can't get the animation feels broken where half the time it doesn't give the hit off, right? So I started using Circle, but the problem when you use Circle, which is, again, it makes me laugh when people say that Total Controls takes away the skill gap. When you hold down Circle, when you let go, you do a hit animation, meaning that if you don't get a hit off, that player is useless for a little bit because they do that hit animation. Not good. It's a very bad thing to have as the higher in the divisions you go. But when you hit L1, it cancels that, so you'll crouch block a little bit, and then you can continue on. That's not a bad way to do it. It's what I do, but you still have to crouch block, right? Like, so if you're defending the rush, you're just out of the play. Hey, Slaves, hope you're doing well. Been watching your channel for a while now. I just got back into Hut after a 4-year break. I'm not sure if you've answered this before, but would you recommend getting a good goalie, or would you upgrade your defense? I'm only asking this because I have the 83 Lundqvist, and I've realized that he would let in the softest goals. Thanks again for your years of YouTube content you have given us, and the happy holidays to you and your family. Appreciate that, man. Goaltenders is the least important thing in the game. A lot of the time it's random, but how you play defense is going to dictate how good of a goal you have. Now, if you find that Lundqvist is letting in goals that he shouldn't, that's when I would just change goalies simply so that, in your mind, you have a little bit more confidence that he'll make a save. Once you are worried every time a shot goes towards your goalie, that's when you need to make a goalie change. Go and look at any Sebastian Casa card. He's got really high speed, which is the most important goalie attribute, and he's big. So I would go and look at like Sebastian Casa cards. Hey, Slaves, nothing but love from a fellow Sharks fan. Love that. Quick line of question. I was blessed to have pulled a tradable milestone McDavid. which is a top line player for me currently. I really like a lot of the different MSPs so far, Bedard, and Sider in particular. Plus, we have week 2 on the horizon. You've said repeatedly that if you're not chasing Charge McDavid, I am not. We should 100% make his 89. But in my case, I'm wondering if 288 MSPs makes more sense than the 89 McDavid. Obviously, I can sell the 87, but how big of a difference is it? I don't know what the 87's face-off rating is. The real crazy part about the McDavid Frozen Forces one, he's got 90 faceoffs. So I would, if you have it tradable, I would sell the 87 for sure. Bedard and Sider is shown to be pretty good defensively, especially with shutdown activated. But Bedard, from everyone I've heard in the community, just plays so slow. It's not like it was last year. His next-gen event card was actually really good. It appears that his skating just does not help him out enough because he's a smaller player. So I would go with McDavid and then sell that one. All right. From Joe, he says, "Oh, crap. The info is out there now. I, too, feel the X Factor Series 2 is around the corner, and 78s and 79s would be needed to make them. I have deduced a number of 22 times 6 times 4 to make the most probable Matthews, with captains hopefully as Makar, Kaprizov, Pasternak, and Yossi. I've been getting the 78s and 79s for 1,100 to 2,500, as I am one of those grinders. I've gotten up to 290 in the vault, but I hope I can get to 528 of them before Series 2 comes out. If I may add, if you are decent snipers, use filters 75 to 99 and buy now of 2,500. Any 75, 76, 77, non-sell for 3,300. NHL 77 players for 3,700. Keep 80s for tokens. 81, 82 sell for 77, and keep repeating the process. I have almost spent none of my coins and got them all for free. It's a great way to do it. If you have the time to sit on the market, I personally find it just insanely boring. If I'm going to play a video game, I want to play a video game. I don't want to play menus, especially when the menus in this game are the worst in all of the AAA video games that are released. I think it's pretty safe to say. So this is definitely a great method for anyone that wants to make coins. He's 100% right. You just set it to 78s, 79s, or sorry, you set it to 75 and above and set it to a certain amount and then just keep hitting triangle on the filters and cards will pop up and you just snipe them. Again, if you're okay with just sitting there, not playing the game, playing the menus, it's definitely the best way to make coins for sure. So, hey, Sleeves. How long do you expect we will be able to set at 8 ability points? It looks like it's +2 every month. I don't remember when the +8 happened, but it looks like it's +2. I personally am okay with the lower amount of ability points because I feel like once you get into the higher ones, it takes away from the value of cards, the chase cards that are just so expensive, having free zone abilities. Like that is such a necessary bonus because of the cost of those cards, like holograms and the X Factors. So I'm okay with it being low, but it looks like it's +2 every month. Someone also looked on HUD about McDavid's, the 87 McDavid's face-offs. It's only 82. So that question up here about what would you do with McDavid, I would definitely sell him because the Frozen Forces one you could put at center as well if you don't want to, right? Play him on the wing. Lineup flexibility is very important, guys. Hey, Slaves, first-year HUT player. Won my first champs game yesterday. I'm a dad of 4 and a full-time career. Hopefully I can get to 10 wins. Let's go, dude. Absolutely love to hear that. Hey, Slaves, chat and commenters. When icon passing was removed, there was a big lag and frame drop issue. It seemed to be fixed this past week. However, I've noticed the past few days it's been back, and in some cases worse than it was before. Has anyone else noticed this, or am I delusional? This is a known issue. From what I understand, a couple of buddies in the community have told me that I haven't got it personally, but if you're getting the lag issue, it's not like a normal lag. It looks like your frames are dropping. Like it's a stutter essentially, and you will notice it. When you get this, you want to clear your caches, I believe, on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I don't know how to do it off the top of my head. Google it, or reset your console. At least start with that. That appears to fix it for a little while, but it's a known issue, and I hope that they figure out a way to get it fixed. So, but whenever you notice it, you got to restart your entire console. Don't just close the game out. You got to restart your console. Backstrom is the best. He feels like he had gold elite edges without turning it on. Good to hear. I did a ranking of team builders yesterday, guys. If you want to go ahead and take a look at that, I recommended that Backstrom is probably the one that I would make. It looks to be the best one, just because, again, lineup flexibility and the combination of cards. Someone in my chat, I think goes by username of JHens, he had a comment that was legitimately the perfect way to describe team builders, and that was the 89 team builders are literally just MSPs. And that hit so hard because they're so expensive and they're just such a, like, they're good, but they're not great. And that's almost every MSP, which stinks. You get 2 free Team of the Week through objectives. If you do the gift pack, you can make an 85 Team of the Week. To be used to the Team of the Week Master Item set or the Frozen Forces MSP set might be worth it. This yesterday was the daily gift a couple days ago was the 83 untradeable Team of the Week item. I said don't do it. There was situations to do it. I personally like doing that chase for them is just, I don't know. I'm just out on the Team of the Week cards, but I actually looked, man, like the 88 point I think you can get for roughly like 200K, which like isn't terrible. So I don't know. If you the problem is that every month the prior 83s or 82s become useless. So you got to use it that month, which is just tough. Crosby says, this is the worst game I've ever played. I am a Div 1 Rivals player who gets 15 to 16 wins every week, but I'm so sick and tired of this game being so stupid with so many glitch goals. Goalies are so inconsistent. It's nuts. This is worse than 23. I've never played NHL with this much hate to the game. Like, no matter what I try to make it fun or I'm in a good mood, the game just ruins it. I'm having a good week in champs, and bam, 6 L2 glitch goals, 20 wraps, 57 million times where it goes through my goalie. Like, this game is so butt, and I hope everyone stops playing this and EA NHL goes bankrupt because this game is ridiculous. I'm sorry for the negative, but I love your vids. Keep it up. Can't believe you could make such a poo-ass game fun to watch. Oh, brother, I love the therapy session comments. You know, this guy took an L and just went right into the comments and downloaded his day. Look, every year, man, there is going to be glitch goals. And the better player you are, the less you play like the actual sport. This is the reality of every sports game in the information era. The more YouTubers, content creators, TikToks, Instagram Reels, every year it has never been easier to find out the glitch goals. 5 years ago, you would see a glitch goal like the one that he's talking about is the backhand L2 down the boards. You see this a lot with guys that are in Division 1, the higher end of Hut Champs. It looks so dumb, and the reason why I don't do it is, A, I don't want to teach people it, and B, I'm not going to win GWC. I don't care. I simply do not care enough to do something that looks so dumb. But I understand why people do it, because if you are in Division 1 and you are a very good player, you have to do the things that do that. So, that being said, every sports game at the highest level becomes less like the game. It is wild to me that you think this game is worse than NHL 23 because NHL 23 had a glitch goal that guys in Division 5 could do. The glitch goal he's talking about in this one is actually somewhat difficult to pull off, the mechanics of it, which is why there's a skill gap to it. I call it skill, but it literally is. Like, you have to do certain things on your controller that most players can't do. In NHL 23, the glitch wrap was literally hold the backhand, click A. Like, or flick up even. You didn't even need to hit A. Like, it was borderline unplayable because everyone in the lower division, that was all they do, right? This game is frustrating. It's all sports games go through this, man. If you're not enjoying it, I've said this a number of times, if you are getting visibly angry or you want to smash your chair, we've all been there, dude. That is the addiction keeping you playing. That is the FOMO that the industry, the video game industry, has preyed upon to make you stay in the game and keep playing. That is your fear of missing out. That is the one more mentality. It sucks, but it is just like every other addiction. It's no different. You're just getting stuck in that loop. You need to find a game that breaks your attention. I've talked about this a number of times. Pokemon TCG Pocket is mine. When I'm playing champs or something off stream and I lose and it ruins my day, I literally just pick up my phone and I play some TCG Pocket and it's enjoyable. Or I go play Civilization. You need to, if a video game is causing you anger, that is a job. And you play video games as an escape. A video game is no different than Netflix. You're literally doing it to get out of your mind and the stress of your day-to-day life. The second you have a comment like this, and I don't discredit you for having or talk shit about you having a comment like this. Every single player goes through this. You're just talking about it in a video or in a comment. You just have to go play a different game, man. Like you have to be okay. Because think, if you don't play champs, does that mean you're not a good player? If you don't feel like playing champs that week, are you a bad player? If you don't get top 100, I'll be honest with you. I handed out the check to the Gaming World Championship for the last 4 years. You're not winning that. And it doesn't even exist anymore. So the mentality of you got to be number one or whatever, that's cool to have an internal thing to be proud of that. But if you're not, it's whatever, bro. No one cares. Literally no one. End rant. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you next episode. Be sure to tune into the Twitch stream this afternoon, or I'll have the event video up for the week 2 of the Fantasy Forces event. Also want to highlight something for everyone that's waiting for the Christmas pack. Every year we get a pack of free cards, and they're usually pretty good. I expect them to be account bound this year and probably just par for the course this year. But it looks like December 24th and December 25th are actually content days. They're Tuesday and Wednesday. So I don't know how it's going to work, but I will let you guys know in a future video. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.